All right. How is everybody doing today? Deplorable 007. I love that name. The Deplorable Bond is in Louisville now. Mike Dano, good to see you, man. Freedom Spirit, evening. James Beasley, hello. And Lisa Haas, hello. How y'all doing? Oh, man. We are off and kicking. Hey, you know? Yeah, Deplorable 007. Yeah, definitely prayers are with you, everybody. Please get those prayers out to Louisville tonight. I don't know what the hell, you know, the Breonna Taylor shit is crazy, you know. It's kind of nuts, you know. I just saw, live stream had like 2,000 people on it out in D.C. They were going there, and getting things started. So, you know, I expect the same in Louisville to get just as crazy. You know, it's definitely a strong possibility. I know Louisville's got a much better chance than D.C. of actually defending itself. So, you know, that is definitely a thing. Grey Wolf Brat, good to see you. Miranda Coe, Raymond Rosenberry, and Nancy Drew. Love that. Hello, no white guilt. Amen. I'm tired of people and hearing people, because I haven't bothered the entire time. I'm tired of hearing people apologize for their damn skin color. You know, what? That's racism. Like, expecting somebody else to apologize because of the color of their skin, that's racism. I don't know. It's insane. It's insane. We have flipped to this 1984 world where good is bad and bad is good. Freedom is slavery. Slavery is freedom. All this double speak. It's insane. It's truly insane. Leonard Ross, hello, man. How's it going? Deplorable 007. Do me a favor. Look me up on Facebook. Send me a messenger. Hold on. Let me get you the Facebook link here. Where is it? There we go. Hey, look at that. All right, copied that. I'm going to throw it down in the links here. I can get you contact information if you go to that and hit me up on Facebook through Messenger. And then, you don't have Facebook. Shit. All right, what's another way to get you that? What do you got? You got Signal, you got any of that stuff? No, what is it? Yeah, can you send a message? I don't have Insta. Insta's probably the only one I don't have. I do have Twitter. You got Twitter? TikTok and Instagram. I don't have. Those are the two I don't have. TikTok is weird. I avoid the living crap out of that one. I do have Parler, LinkedIn, Twitter, Signal, Skype, Telegram, Wicker Me, all of that good stuff. Yeah, I got tons of stuff. Anyway, we'll figure out how to connect up. Anyway. But yeah, I definitely want to get information. Actually, Deplorable 007, do you know Scott Kuntz down there in Louisville? If you know him, that's probably the easiest way to get my number. So that's the easiest way. Otherwise, hit me up on... Yeah, if you can use your niece's Facebook, please do. I'm interested in what's going on there, and I want to make sure we got people around there. Mike Buer, welcome. Tom Jones, what in the hell are they protesting for after they were paid $12 million? Exactly. And in D.C. of all places, why in D.C.? The only reason is because Trump's away, the mice will play. Deplorable 007, AOC said in a speech she isn't responsible for the men in the room. Well, I'm not responsible for people 300 years ago. Ain't that the damn truth? Yeah, Leonard Ross, I did not ask to be born. The idiot philosophies that go on. It's incredible. It's incredible. Archangel 3B, good to see you, man. Good to see you. Let's see. It's under Josh Ellis, Pellis. I put the link up there in the chat. If you go to, facebook.com/josh.pellis.1. Hey, LFR, good to see you, man. Tim Coverdale as well, good to see you. Let's see. Graham, not responsible for what people did 300 years ago. Not to mention, you know what? Like, here's the thing. My people are all of Scottish and Irish descent. Came over during World War I, World War II. Like, they had nothing to do with slavery. Like, why? I don't know you shit. Sorry. Like, I love this. I got into this debate with a chick in Louisville, and I said, you know what? The Irish were slaves too. I don't know what the hell you're talking about. And she said, no, they weren't slaves. They were indentured servants. Like, there's a fucking difference. Like, I mean, you understand how the indentured servant system worked? They basically, like, essentially, this is how it was. You would, with the day of work, you would earn $8, right? And, I mean, that's not an exact number, but this is just an example of how it worked. You would earn $8 towards your debt. But day of feeding you was $5, and a day for you to sleep was another $5. So every day you would actually go in debt $2 more. And that is how the system worked. So it was essentially legalized slavery. I mean, it was bullshit. Anyway, what else do we got here? Tim Jones from Arkansas. Hey, good state there. Let's see. Deplorable 007. Try clicking that link I posted. I can post it again here. There we go. Anyway, try clicking that. That should bring you right to my account, and then shoot me a message in Messenger. Yeah, Dano, if you can connect up, that would be good too. That would definitely work out. I stay in contact with a few people from Louisville, most of the time. So when things go down there, I definitely will be aware of what's going on, I would hope. But anyway, before we jump too much into this, guys, do me a favor. Share the link out for this to whatever social media you're on. I don't know if it's Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Parler, whatever. Do me a favor, share the link out to this so that other people can hop on, other people can be part of the discussion, other people can know what's going on. My job here is real simple. I feel that it is my job to make sure that as many conservatives are educated on what's going on and how to combat this liberal communist bullshit as best possible. We're not going to educate the liberal extremists. We're not. There's no educating them. They've been educated into this mind-numbing, idiotic state already. We're not going to pull them back from that. So our job is really just to make sure we're as educated as possible. And that's what I feel is my duty, is to make sure that as many patriots are as educated as possible as can be. I'm a bit cerebral sometimes for people, a little too into the thought process of things. Just the way I look at things and the way I analyze things, from the way I was raised, the things I experienced, the education that I've had. Is a little bit different than most, and I tend to be pretty damn good. Not to toot my own horn, but pretty damn good at predicting what's going on. What's going to happen. I called the protest for May 1st way ahead of time. Exactly what they were going to do. Starting early April, before any other protest had happened or had been even announced, or nothing had occurred. Right. Ohio hadn't happened. The first Michigan, block the freeway type of thing, that hadn't happened yet. And what I did was I told everybody, wear a mask, do 6-foot social distancing, leave your Trump gear at home, bring, American flags and all that stuff. Let's try to get as many people as we can, not just a bunch of white folk. Nothing wrong with white folk, but, let's try to have as many, conservatives of all across the rainbow on there, and let's make sure it's peaceful. And sure enough, protests went out with guns, and first thing they did was they got called neo-Nazis. Then they went out with their Trump gear. They got called Trumpsters, the Tea Party nut jobs. I mean, granted, the media is going to spin it any way they can to try to destroy us. But we got to do as much as we can to try to combat that. Just because we know they're going to do stupid shit doesn't remove our responsibility for it. I'm big on responsibility. We have to continue to take as much responsibility for the country as possible, and for other patriots in there. Let's see. SGMD, I'm Scotch-Irish. I'm Louisville now. Can't believe that punk shot 3 people this past weekend at Bungalow Joe's. Yeah. Raymond Rosenberry, maybe more of our ancestors were opposed to slavery than were for it. They weren't there. Yeah. Yeah, you never know. And that's the crazy part about just like, what are they doing? They're essentially prejudging a race with no information. What is that called? There's a word for that. Oh yeah, racist. That's called racist. Yeah. White people are the new target of racism. And you know what? Just don't apologize for being white. Don't apologize for being white. Don't apologize for being a male. Those of you that are. I'm tired of this apologetics bullshit. There's nothing wrong with being a man. There's nothing wrong with being a masculine man. Just because I don't wear tight pants that make me look like I have a fucking, what do they call those things? A muffin top, and a short, tight shirt, doesn't make me less of a man, because I do manly shit like construction, because, I talk with authority. I'm toxic masculinity. Screw you, There's not, quite honestly, the problem with America today is not enough toxic masculinity. Not enough beatings happened to these kids. They were put in timeout too many damn times. And, they just weren't taught respect. They weren't taught respect. They weren't taught respect or responsibility. Those are the two things that they just never were taught, apparently. Nancy Drew, yeah, the Irish were indentured servants and slaves. They overcharged you for everything on purpose so you could never get free. Exactly. Archangel 3 from Pennsylvania, yeah, man, good to see you tonight. Sansaray, hey, good to see you, even if you're late, it's no big deal. Greg Milthaler, what's up, man? It's been a little while since I've chatted with you. Captain Deplorable, good to see you. Big fist bump out to you, man. Let's see. Nancy Drew, used to be economic Marxism. Now it is identity Marxism and very much anti-white. Yeah, for sure. Ray Coons, good to see you, man. SGMD, I'm very outspoken. Take no crap from anyone. I carry concealed. So there you go. Yeah, and absolutely should. Okay, Deplorable. Yeah, as soon as I'm done with this, I will definitely get on that friend request. Okay. Baba O'Reilly, I don't know, hate face bag, what? Oh, God, I'm not sure if you're a troll or not. We'll see. Anyway, hate face bag, that's, Facebook, I got you. Now I'm tracking along, sorry, it took me a minute, that was a little too, a little too out there. Anyway, so this Breonna Taylor thing. Let's talk about that. Hopefully everybody shared this thing out as much as they can. I do appreciate it. Also, just real quick, we do have memberships on the channel that are available if you want to join as a member of the channel. You can also donate if you want to. If you want to. Shit is definitely going to start popping off here, and we're going to get out to it wherever it is. I do appreciate, any help in getting there. I've been paying for all this stuff, all the equipment that we're using now, I've paid for. I dropped about, I think it was like $2,000 on the Memorial Day protests. Dropped money into Facebook advertising, all that good shit. So, I got no problem. Getting stuff going and getting this thing rolling. Do appreciate help though. So anybody who does, appreciate you. Anybody who has, definitely appreciate you. The one thing, real quick, I never did give a proper shout out to one of the guys. It was sorry, brain fart right now. Let me see, where did his name go? I saw him on here a minute ago. Damn it. Anyway, but yeah, one gentleman did drop some money onto the PayPal link, so I wanted to thank him. I was looking back, I didn't see his name. Anyway, let's see. Social media is all that ails this country. Bab O'Reilly. Baborally. I don't know. Whatever. Anyway. Yeah, social media and regular media, mainstream media is a huge problem in this country. Honestly, if we could just take those down, things would be so much better. Freya Valentina, actually, I just caught this message because it hit the censors, the auto whatever things Facebook or YouTube here has. Our enemies are Israel, Russia, China, Iran, ISIS, terrorist groups. Honestly, I kind of doubt Russia is actually one of our enemies. I'm not big into big into a lot of stuff, but I actually think, like, if there was a civil war, Russia would be on the Patriots' side. Just my guess. There's a reason they've been painted as a bad guy, and I think it's has a lot to do with the One World Bank. I think they have refused that for years, and I think that's one of the main reasons they have. So I would like to think that they're not. And Sansaray, yeah, I do have my doubts on Israel as well. So we'll see. Yeah, Freya Valentina, you may be right. I may not understand how close Russia and Israel are. Totally true. But that's my guess. It is my bet that if it came down to civil war, Russia would side with the Patriots and they would help us out versus China helping out the Marxist folks. Happy Hour Al, good to see you, man. Good to see you. Deplorable 007. I'm seriously about to put my number on here so we can talk. Don't do that. I don't want that getting out to everyone. Let me just hop over to Facebook real quick and just see if I got a message from you. Oh no, I think I got a friend request. Kenda? That might be it. Let's see. I'm thinking that's it. There you go. All right. Anyway, hopefully that was you on there. Anyway. All right, Kenda, cool. Yeah. So let's see. Tim Coverdale. Yeah, doesn't think Israel is an enemy either. Yeah. Tom Jones, great question. What is an oath keeper? An oath keeper is somebody who has taken the oath to defend the Constitution and believes that, or should believe that oath never expired. That includes law enforcement, that includes politicians, or supposed to include politicians, includes military. Those are the oath keepers. They are the ones who believe in keeping the oath that they took to defend the Constitution of the United States. Why is this thing loose? There we go. Okay. Now it's tight. So anyway, that is an oath keeper, and they got took down. That one of the craziest things. Yeah, Tom Jones. Most of us could be oath keepers, quite honestly. There are a ton of ex-military. I'm ex-Army. My son is in the Marines currently. And I know most of the people I talk to have served. Some have not, but many have. But real quick, let's get back to this Breonna Taylor crap that's going on in D.C. right now. So they're out there protesting. There's 2,500 people that are watching this crap, and they're just marching down the road. Nobody's burning anything yet, but it's still early. It is D.C. So who the hell knows? who knows what'll happen out there tonight. They've been quiet. You know, this is the scary thing. All of these protests have gone quiet. They've gone quiet on social media, gone quiet on media. They've gone quiet themselves. There are some patriots who are stepping up. There are some police who have started to shut it down, which is good. But the quiet doesn't mean they're defeated. It doesn't even mean they're scared, because quite frankly, these people are psychotic. Most of them are on some form of drugs or another. I mean, you watch any of these Karens flipping out on the fucking videos, and, oh my God, Trump. You know, they clearly are on some kind of fucking meth or some antipsychotic drug that's making them psychotic. You know, that is ultimately extremely clear. And you just kind of wonder, like, what would actually scare them? Because I know what's happened hasn't. They're literally walking up to cop cars and just firing into police cars. At this point, they're stabbing people just because I felt like killing a white man, or felt like stabbing a white man, or whatever the hell the quote was. You know, it's disgusting. It's crazy. It's scary as hell, quite honestly. And we definitely have not put enough force to have them afraid. That is for sure. And my biggest concern is that we don't put that force. We, the patriots of this country, don't put that force. Because if we don't, if the police do it for us, if Trump does it for us, all it does is give more power to those offices. Like, I got no problem with Trump at all. I mean, you know, he's not a perfect guy. I don't think he's a god. I do think he's a man who has, you know, he has the right intentions, but he's fallible. And here's the issue, right? If Trump comes in and shuts all this stuff down, and he sets the precedent that it's okay to do it, well, the next time something like that happens, and there's a different person in that office, now they have that same power. That precedent has already been set. It's the same issue with May 1st. You know, what I said was, we don't want these governors to just open up and allow us to go back to work, because if they do that, it says that they have the control to turn on or off our rights as they want. We have to make a statement so bold that they never consider this again, because it wasn't just Democrats. It was Republicans as well. There were many states run by Republicans that did the same crap. And quite frankly, it's scary that is the way it went, because that is what precedent it sets, is that it's okay. And the only lesson they learned is, well, maybe coronavirus just wasn't bad enough. Maybe if a worse one comes along, then it'll be okay to do it. And that's a horrible, horrible, horrible lesson to learn. Real quick, anybody who hasn't, please do me a favor and make sure you like, subscribe, turn on notifications, all that good stuff. Share this out. You know, we basically have been, you know, shut down multiple times. Like I said before, I do believe we now have the official title of the most censored group on all of social media. I'd love to see somebody compete. Loki 707, Breonna Taylor protests in D.C. Yes, they are protesting in D.C. tonight. Waiting to see if something pops off in Louisville. There definitely is some word that stuff's going to happen. I don't know when that's going to happen. I was in Louisville, and some of the people there are you know, they are definitely not for burning their own city down. There's a lot of their own people, and they ran NFAC out of there. They kind of, you know, I don't want to say this outright, but they kind of ran the Angry Viking out of there. Not in the same way they ran NFAC out, but they had a conversation. Angry Viking decided, you know, it was time to go. So yeah, Louisville is definitely on high alert. Sansre, good, nice wording for that. So anyway, Ray Coons, Cook County Sheriff's Office claimed they never received my subpoena for the governor. USPS tracked it and said it was delivered. Had to write judge to explain delays in case before October 1st. Interesting. All right. Yeah, we'll definitely have to keep track of that. Yeah, Ray Coons, love what you're doing with that, man. Greg Milthaler, we the people can't give our power away. No, we can't. And that's the thing that people have to understand is that power is ours. It is ours. Our power is the power of justice. Our power is the power of the law. Our power is the power of the government. We have these powers. They are not separate bodies from us who are supposed to take care of us or take care of it for us. We are supposed to do it, and they are our elected representatives meant to give our voice, meant to express our thoughts. And it has changed so much from that. At this point, I almost don't see a way back from it. I don't see an America that will ever occur again without a civil war where we now have our country back and we, the people, now have our power back. I don't see that happening. And I'd love to see it. You know, that's one of the things, like with the Angry Viking stuff. I love that he's getting people together and getting people to go out and demonstrate, but we're just not pushing that far enough. You know, it's still the crap that it was on May 1st, where people are out asking permission. Stop asking permission. They need our permission. The government needs our permission. Police need our permission. It's not the other way around, you know, and the society has gone into this cowardly almost state of believing that we need permission. We don't need permission. It's our country. The guy in Milwaukee who had a gun in his house and got arrested for it, he doesn't need permission to have a gun in his own frickin' house. The kid who in Colorado picked a gun up and put a toy gun, a lime green toy gun, said Zombie Hunter on the side of it, picked it up and put it on a bookshelf, doesn't need permission to have a toy gun in his own damn house. We don't need permission, guys. That's the problem. Is we've gotten into this state of thinking we need permission, thinking we need to be civilized. We need to be a little less civilized, quite honestly. The civilized, like we think we're playing by the rules, right? I was a rebel my entire life. I love rocking the boat. And I've been trying for about the last, 20 years to get out of that and learn to play the bureaucratic game, learn to play the big business game, learn to play the entrepreneur game, you know, and I'm sick and fucking tired of it because it gets nowhere. All that's happening is like, cool, I've got my house and things are pretty straight here in my house, metaphorically speaking. I mean, also, literally speaking. While the rest of the country is crumbling around me, and it's now to a point where that crumbling is starting to fall in on my house, and starting to crush and damage my house. Like I said before, it's affecting my ability to put a sandwich on my table for my kids and me. Like, when it comes to that point, I've had enough. I'm done playing by their rules. We have to stop playing because they're not playing by their rules. This is the thing, right? The rules are you're supposed to be civilized. You're supposed to have conversations, right? That's what they've beaten into all of us. All of us rebels, all of us delinquents, all of us real deplorables. We've had it beaten into us that we need to be calm. We need to be docile. We need to be civil. Well, you know what? I'm letting my animal out a little bit more. I'm sorry, but the animal, the masculine, the rebel needs to come out more. That's what needs to come out because they need to understand the shit doesn't stand in my country. Period. You don't get away with this crap. There's a judge in Missouri. I just read this article. This judge is like known for releasing pedophiles, giving them probation instead of jail time. This guy raped a 14-year-old girl, statutory rape, in his restaurant. She had sex with him because he told her to, because he was the boss. And then he goes and rapes the mother of his children, and the judge, while he's on probation, he does this. He's released from whatever rehab program he's supposed to do, which is all he got for the fucking statutory rape. And then he gets out, does it again, and all he gets is another slap on the wrist. We shouldn't lock this guy up. Are you kidding me? No, the judge needs to be held accountable. This is bullshit. Fucking impeachment. That we need to take it in our hands. This stuff needs to end. And if you're not with that, I don't know where you're at, because this isn't going to be fixed with what we've been doing. This is the problem I have with Mark Meckler. This guy is a bureaucrat through and through. I talked to him. He hasn't been to a frickin' protest. He's out there doing YouTube videos about, I don't consent. Screw that guy. He's not out there participating. You know what he's doing? He said, well, I funded some security out at that salon owner in Texas so that she couldn't be arrested. She got arrested. Your shit ain't working, dude. You're being a bureaucrat. Stop being a bureaucrat and be a goddamn leader. You know what? That's what we need. We need leaders who are tired of this shit. We need deplorable delinquents. That's what we need. We need the double D's. We need the delinquent deplorables to fucking stand up and say, I've had enough of this shit. I'm done. And I'm not taking it anymore. I'm not gonna take it. You know, let's get that. Hold on here. Sorry. Hold on. I'm going to go to the comments real quick. LFR, don't wear masks. And if you are, refuse service because of it, let your feet do the walking and your wallet do the talking someplace else. Amen. You know, I'm sick of it. You know, we give them the power to do this over us. Why are businesses closed? Businesses are closed not because of a law, because they closed, because they consented. They whine about it, but they consented. Come on, you can't do it and then after the fact say, well, but I didn't want to. Like, that's not a fact. Just don't do it. That Atilis Gym guy, that dude's got some fucking balls. They literally came to his shop, changed the locks on the door, and he kept going. That's some balls. Amen, man. I think he's on my friends list, so I don't know if he's going to see this, but amen. Amen. That's the way we need to do it. We need to not take the shit, not put up with it. The lady in Texas, the salon owner, the old man in Michigan kept going. Fine me. I don't care. I'm not going to pay you. Screw off. Take my license. Whatever. The license is unconstitutional anyway. Screw you. You're not controlling me. I'm an American. I'm running by the Constitution, and if you can't handle it, screw you. That's the way we need to be. That's the way we need to run it. Let's see. Happy hour. No, we are not live on Facebook at the same time. I did post the link on Facebook so that people can hop over here if they want to, and they can see this. But I'm going to be running live off of here instead of running off of Facebook, because Facebook, I don't know what the deal is, but they just keep shutting shit down. So, Deplorable 007, thank you for the message on Facebook. I will get to it as soon as we're done here. Yeah, deplorable. We the people will have to stop this, and it's not happening. She said, and it's happening now. I don't know. I am seeing more Patriots standing up, but yeah, not enough. Grey Wolf Brat, AB not to put any Patriots in harm's way. Exactly. And I understand the situation he's in. I've been in that situation where you're calling people to do stuff. You want to make sure they're safe, and I do get that. But it's just like that. That's the one thing I think he misses. is that this is going to take more than peaceful protests. I think he's hoping, and I was there. I was at the same spot. I think he's hoping that this can still be handled peacefully. I'm failing to see it. I don't see that an election is going to solve this. I like the guy. I seriously do. I think he's got good intentions. I don't think he's seeing the bigger picture yet. I think he'll get there. And when he does, let's see what happens. Tom Jones, these people protesting does not understand talking. We have talked to them to death. I fear that it will take more. Exactly. And in fact, they are saying the same thing. We've been fighting for rights, and we've been doing it peacefully for years. Peace isn't working. That's what they're saying. So, at this point, what are we going to do? They're begging for a war. Let's give it to them. Let's see who wins. Let's see who comes out on top. Ray Coons, he starts drinking Mountain Dew Code Red. We know it's going down. No, not the Code Red yet. One day I'm just going to show up with the Code Red. Fuck with everybody. Anyway. Tom Jones, and these idiots want to release inmates. How about that bullshit? Exactly. They're not locking them up. They're releasing them. In fact, out of Florida today, there was an article that said that Bloomberg is dropping like $20 million to pay the fines of felons because Florida passed some kind of law that felons can now vote so long as all of their fines and stuff are caught up. So they're literally like, he threw in a bunch of money. They're raising a bunch more in order to pay these things off so that felons can go vote. And who do you think the felon's going to vote for if you're giving him, a couple $100 to a couple grand in fines paid off? Who do you think they're going to vote for? They're going to vote for whoever you ask them to vote for. That's what's going to happen. So tell me they're not buying elections. I mean, Jesus. They're buying elections, for Christ's sakes, in Florida, of all places. Like, come on. Where is there going to be, some kind of funky something going on like there has in the past? Florida. That's where it's going to happen. It's going to happen in Florida. I mean, come on. Oh, my God. South Carolina, one of the things there, Greg Wiles was telling me about this. Apparently, it's now law that if they send you a mail-in ballot, it is illegal to vote in person. Even if you didn't request one, if they just send it to you, you are not allowed to vote in person. You must vote per the mail-in ballot. And then we got some chick pre-marking, arrested for it, thank God, but like she's the only one, arrested for pre-marking the Democrat spot on 400 ballots, mail-in ballots. Luckily she was arrested, but how many more are doing that? How many more are already doing that? It's insane. Blue Eyes 6866 Xbox. Bloomberg sucks. New York is a trash house now. Everyone with a mind has left and there's nothing left. Yeah, it's about where Chicago's at as well. Mike Dano, Ian Smith is a great man and is a true fighter. No, I love that dude, man. That guy's got some balls. I mean, awesome, and he's the kind of guy I'm talking about. Like from what I've read, this guy's got a similar background to me and a couple other people that we know. There he is, James Beasley, man. By the way, I wanted to say thank you for the $40 on the PayPal the other day. So thank you, man. I didn't get to give you a shout out when you did it because I didn't notice it until after. But thank you so much. Anyway, so but yeah, Bloomberg. Oh, another thing. Just another thing on Bloomberg, real quick. Ian Smith. Sorry. I'm all over the place. Ian Smith, we'll finish with him and then we'll go back to Bloomberg. Ian Smith, from what I've read, very similar background to me and a few other people. He is that rebel class, the kind of guy who's just been getting in shit his entire life. He's been bucking the system and now he's just trying to keep his head down and do the right damn thing. He's trying to just make a living and put his sandwich on the table, and they're screwing with him. These are the people who are going to get pissed off and flip the hell out and start this thing. They are the people who are going to, and they will be the 3%. That's the kind of person who will be the 3%. It's not going to be, honestly, it's not going to be your ex-law enforcement. It's not going to be your ex-military. They're the guys that will join in possibly. But they're the guys who aren't going to start shit. Like they are used to defending, and that's not what we're going to need. We're going to need people who are willing to rip a fucking ear off with their teeth. Who are willing to go to the lengths that have to be gone to. It's going to be the men who are reborn or born again Christians who are going to do unchristian-like things because they need done. That's what we're going to get. And that is going to be the 3% going forward. It's not going to be your good, honest citizens who join the military because they want to defend the country, join law enforcement because they wanted to defend their neighborhoods. Those are not going to be the type. It's going to be the delinquent deplorables, the double Ds. That's what it's going to be. It's going to be our double Ds who are going to do this stuff. Leonard Ross, 6 pounds of pressure to take an ear off. Amen. Anyway. Sorry, that was good. Back to Bloomberg. So, other thing, I was talking to one of the guys today. Apparently, Remington filed for bankruptcy back, I think it was into July. They filed for bankruptcy. A couple days ago, they were bought out by this JJE Holdings company, which apparently, from what we could research, is Bloomberg owned, and they're shutting it down. They're shutting Remington down. You want to know why there's a ammunition shortage, or why there's going to be an even larger ammunition shortage? That's why, because Bloomberg, Soros, and that lot are getting into the ammunition business, and they're shutting down business. They don't want this stuff to go on. So, there's going to be a bigger shortage. You think there's a shortage now because everybody's buying all the stuff. Look at when one of the main manufacturers stops manufacturing. I mean, come on. Yeah. I mean, that's scary shit right there. They're going for all of the supply chains. That's what they're going for. And how the hell does a company like Remington end up in bankruptcy now? Like, at one point I heard we were like 700% over the next largest year in gun sales and ammunition sales. 700% over. And they're going bankrupt? Are you kidding me? Okay. Anyway, so, and this company bought them for, I want to say it was like $65 million. Bought Remington outright, and along with $65 million plus whatever their debt was. And yeah, now they're shutting them down. Yeah. Freya Valentina, food supply chains as well, stock food. Absolutely. If you didn't learn from the toilet paper shortage to keep a deep freezer full of stuff, like you need to now. You need to have that stuff. Iowa's been, hit. Truck drivers have been hit. Plants have been hit. Manufacturing's been hit. All these different side effects of coronavirus. It's going crazy. We are in the midst of experiencing what socialism is really going to be like. Blue eyes. Yeah, there's going to be a food shortage, gun shortage. We need to stock up. Absolutely. Absolutely, we do. You need to be stocking food. You need to be stocking water. You need to be stocking ammo. You need to be stocking everything. Hey, this is what I've been saying. Get you a good old-fashioned lead round muzzle loader, buy a shit ton of black powder, and get you something just to make some lead rounds. Just have that as a backup. Just sitting in a closet somewhere as backup when everything else runs out, because you're going to want that. You go on your roof right now, you can get about 400 rounds. I'm going to guarantee it with those lead. The lead flashing pipe covers, each one of those gives you about 200 rounds. You do it right. So, definitely, like, I would absolutely have one of those as a backup. I'm just saying, $200-300, you can go buy one of these things for, as a kit, and you just put it together yourself. You stain it. It looks all neat. Get you a Kentucky long rifle looking one. Not a genuine Kentucky long rifle, but, something like it. Knockoff, whatever, a replica that does fire. Nancy Drew, don't forget the toilet paper. Or go get you one of them bidet seats, just pops right onto your toilet and it'll spray you. You don't need toilet paper. There you go. You just saved a bunch of money. Let's see. Greg Milthaler, CBA in line. I don't know what that is. Yeah. So anyway, this is the state of the country right now. We've got everything has gone quiet until right now. We've got it's for a couple days now. It's been pretty quiet. Things have been stepping up. I don't know where this protest is going to go. It's still it's only going on about 10 o'clock. We still got about another 45 minutes roughly before it hits the magic hour for BLM and Antifa. So we'll see what happens after that. We'll see if shit starts to burn. I want to see what the hell's going to go on with Louisville. That's someplace I can actually get to kind of quick. DC's not that far away. I've done that drive multiple times. So I can get out there pretty damn quick. But yeah. So anyway, that's kind of where it's going. Also, guys, make sure you're hopping onto rumble.com. Apparently that's a thing. Actually, I want to post the link to this real quick. Let me see. Because I'm gonna start uploading videos onto here as well as a backup. So let me see. How do I get to this? Hey, wow. All right, that's interesting. How do I get a damn link? Your feed. Maybe no. All right. Well, hold on. Let me try this. Rumble.com/American Revolution 20. Let's see if that brings it up. No, it does not. I don't know how this works then. Anyway, it's American Revolution 20 on Rumble.com. I don't know how Rumble works yet. I've just been putting stuff up. I just been loading stuff on there. So, let's see. Yeah. Hold on, let me see if I can find this. I apologize, guys. No. Let's see if we can find this. Referrals. There we go. All right, cool. I found the link. Ha! Pain in the ass. Anyway, so there you go. You can click that link and you can go onto Rumble. I'm going to upload videos onto there so that we can keep them in a separate platform from YouTube, because eventually YouTube is going to start censoring. Like anybody who thinks that YouTube is not going to start censoring is kidding themselves, quite honestly. Yeah. Oh, Freya, there you go. That is exactly it. We cannot leave a shit country to our kids. We can do this. That is 100% my problem. It's a Thomas Paine quote. Let's see. Sorry, I'm just looking up this quote. There we go. Thomas Paine, if there must be trouble, let it be in my day, that my child may have peace. That is 100% the way that I think. I would much rather fight this war that is coming than to leave it to my kids to try to fight. I would much rather that I be the one to sacrifice whatever needs to be sacrificed so that they have the benefit of that. I don't want to leave them a messed up world. That's not something I'm interested in. So yeah. Sleeping masses. Nationalism is wrong. Yeah, I agree with you. Nationalism is wrong. If it's hateful nationalism, nationalism in its purest sense is simply being proud of your nation. Like, it's kind of the same thing as patriotism, but it can be taken to an extreme, and usually is used in that extreme hate type of way, which that I'm not okay with. I'm not okay with discriminating with prejudging somebody based on their nation or their color or their sex. Generalizing and making assumptions. What's the old saying? Assuming just makes an ass out of you and me. Yeah, I mean, you might be right some of the time, but it's better to get to know somebody and find out if they're an asshole. Yeah, anyway. Dana M. Malone Melendrez. YouTube already censors. I have seen it done. They just haven't caught up to you yet. Oh, no, they have censored me. They've censored me a few times. I got censored on the mask video a couple of times. That is actually up on rumble.com. I did put it up there. So anybody who wants to see that, actually, that was a great video. I was really proud of that one. And, Facebook took it down. I put it back up, or YouTube took it down. I put it back up. They took it down again. I ended up having to edit all of the mask comments out of it and then put it up as a brainwashing video. And that apparently they were okay with. They did remove another video of mine as well, and they have demonetized quite a bit of my videos. Some of them I've requested a review and they've changed, but several of them they haven't. So, it's just it's kind of crazy that there is this much censorship even on YouTube. They just haven't shut down the channel yet. And quite honestly, YouTube, I think, is going to be one of the last places to actually do that. But that's why we're keeping the backup on Rumble so that anybody can still see those there, because that with Bongino buying stock into that, I think that's going to be one of that'll be like a no censorship platform similar to Parler. So anyway, it's not as user friendly as YouTube, but hey, whatever. Blue Eyes. I started rebelling and I love it, and I piss people off all the time, but I don't know, and I'm not stopping. Or I don't care, I think is what that was supposed to be. And I'm not stopping. So yeah, I mean, honestly, rocking the boat. What's wrong with rocking the boat? If the boat's going in the wrong direction, rock it. What are you going to do? You're going to knock a few people out? Well, maybe those idiots will wake up when they hit the cold water and realize, oh shit, I'm headed into the shallow waters. We're going to, crash, rip the boat up, whatever. We're headed into the piranha pit. Rock the boat a little bit. Maybe they'll wake up. There's nothing wrong with that. Archangel, if people hit me up on Zoom, I can teach how to make tactical supplies and how to make other things for the good of the Patriots. Yeah, feel free, anybody who wants to. And Nancy Drew and Sansaray, yeah, we don't want globalism. Globalism is a scary thought. And even nationalism economically is a bad thing. Like, look at the amount of power that these companies have taken because of this. Moving out of local economies and making these things national has been a huge detriment to our country. Like Amazon, I mean, even Facebook and Twitter and all the social medias, but all of these global or national companies that really are global companies, most of them, Walmart, Target, stuff like that. They have way too much power now. They get to pick what country your shit is made in. Look at Walmart. I mean, the majority of the supplies come from China. Why? Why isn't there more American-made products? Why? Because they don't want that. Because that's not what they want. It's not that we don't want that. They're not even telling people. Most people don't even realize it. They're just shopping for a deal, and that's it. So they control all of that, and it's scary shit. Scary shit. Mike Cheney, Democrats are getting out of control. Amen. They are. We need to get the control back. The Patriots need to take the control back, and we can't just push it off on cops or politicians to do it for us. We have to do it. We have to start taking control back. The true patriots of this country have to start taking control back. Because who are we taking it back from? It's not just the Democrats. It's also the crooked Republicans, because there's plenty of those. It's the police. Not saying they're even crooked. Not all of them. Not the majority of them, from my experience. But they have too much control. Too much control anywhere other than in our hands is bad for the constitutional republic that we are supposed to be. That was what our founding fathers knew. Too much control anywhere else is bad. We have to have the control. We have to have it, not other people. And to do that, we have to be the ones who are putting order in. We have to be the ones who are responsible. We have to be the ones taking the control back. We have to be the ones who are making government officials afraid of us. That has been my line from the beginning. It's time that we take back our country, and the way we do that is by making government afraid of we, the people, again. There's no other way. There's no other way. Grey Wolf, yeah, we have to be the solution, period. We, the people, have to be the solution. You are 100% right on that. Happy hour. This may sound sad to say, but I do believe that our future generation, our children, will be ill prepared to fight this fight. That's why we must take it on. Exactly. They won't, like, my kids are being educated as much as possible, but they don't know what it's like. They're too privileged, quite honestly. That, maybe as they get older, they will understand, but I wouldn't have understood at that age. I wouldn't have understood in my 20s that. It honestly is the generation between I would even say 30 and 60 that are going to have to be the leaders. They are going to have to lead the way out of this. It's going to have to be us. And we're going to have to be the leaders. Each and every one of us, each and every one of you. If you're not leading the way out of this, if you're not giving direction, then you're just sitting back and watching it happen. And that's a scary thought. Is that what we want to have happen? Do we want to just sit back and watch it happen? I don't. I don't want to just sit back and watch this happen to my kids. It's not something I'm interested in. I want to do something about it so that they don't have to. So that they can understand from having seen what goes on, what the deal is. And that's it. That's what I want. So, on that note, yeah, I think we're about done. It's about an hour, right? Yeah, it's about 9 o'clock. Anyway, all right. Let's check in on a couple comments real quick, and then we're going to end up here. Let's see. DJ Isolated is in Arizona too. Awesome. We got a few people in Arizona. Freya, balkanization was always the plan to conquer America. It may be inevitable. Well, yeah. Sleeping masses. You got to start growing food. Absolutely. Yeah, there's DJ Isolated. There's too many cars, too many yards with BLM signs and Biden signs. It's scary. Yeah, Freya. Communist favorite tactic is starvation. Get ready. Yeah, they like to control the supply. That is how they do it. They create the problem, and then they have the solution. It's like Bill Gates with these vaccines. He creates the problem and then he's the solution. Go figure. Greg Milthaler, silence is consent. Yes, it is. Blue Eyes, patriots need to get together. Every patriot needs to come together because we need rules and organization. At the end of the day, we are all fighting for the same thing. Yes, exactly. And perfect lead into a quick tag for mymilitia.com. If you're not registered on there, get on there. That is probably the safest spots for any patriot-minded people to be able to communicate, stay in contact with each other. If you're not on there, get on there. Mymilitia.com, the best place you can possibly go. Let's see. What else we got here? Mike Cheney, put us in, coach. I love it. There will come a day, and I'm just going to say this now. There will come a day when I go dark. That day is not too far off in the future. And when that day comes, you'll know. You'll know. And that's when it's time. LRF, the UN uses food as a weapon to force compliance. Yes, they do. Yeah. And the UN, I don't think the UN has been silent. I think they will be stepping in at some point. Yeah. Nancy Drew, Trumpers are afraid to put up signs, wear hats, etc. Silent majority. That's the problem. Silence is consent. DJ Isolated. I suspect a lot of Antifa and BLM wannabes are the children of small town conservatives in this area. Very well could be. Freya, I've been on for months, but we need more people. Yes, we do. We need lots more people. We need to spread the word. That is a huge thing. Not only with the YouTube channel, with My Militia, all of it. Like it's us. It's us. It's not just me. Like it's not just LRF. It's or LFR. It's not just the council with AR2. It's not just anyone. It's all of us. We have to be spreading the word. We have to be out there. We have to be vocal. And that's the problem, is we've been silent for too long. And that silence is our consent. It honestly is. So on that note, I think I'm going to get out of here, man. Dan the Man, good to see you. And I do hope you join, man. Mymilitia.com is a great resource. So on that note, I am going to end off for tonight, guys. Please consider joining a membership on the channel. Several different levels there. And, also if you want to donate, we always keep the link up to the PayPal account. You can also donate through here, but prefer you do it through the PayPal if you are going to do it. So anyway, on that note, guys, we'll be back tomorrow, same time, 8 o'clock Central every night until I go dark. Anyway, have a good night and keep it patriotic.